Ambassador Zethkari's crystalline form shimmered with satisfaction as he transmitted the final decree across the galactic network. After 3 cycles of deliberation, the Council of Civilized Worlds had reached their verdict. Humanity would be expelled from galactic society. "The motion passes by overwhelming majority," Zethkari announced to the assembled representatives. "The human species has proven too volatile, too unpredictable for civilized space. Their tendency toward violence and their refusal to follow established protocols makes them incompatible with our peaceful federation." Nods of agreement rippled through the chamber. The Veltar delegation clicked their mandibles approvingly, while the gas-form ethereals pulsed with harmonious colors. Even the usually neutral mechanoid collective had voted in favor of expulsion. The human ambassador, Dr. Sarah Chen, sat quietly in her designated section. Her calm demeanor had unnerved many delegates throughout the proceedings. Most species would have raged, pleaded, or at least shown some emotional response to such a momentous decision. But Chen simply observed, occasionally taking notes on her primitive paper pad. "Ambassador Chen," Zethkari addressed her directly, "your species has 7 standard cycles to withdraw all human presence from Council space. Any violation of this decree will result in military action." Chen stood slowly, her movements deliberate and measured. "I understand," she said simply. "However, before I depart, I have a message from Earth's Governing Council." "The decision is final," Zethkari replied dismissively. "No appeals will be—" "This isn't an appeal," Chen interrupted, producing a small data pad. "It's a proclamation." The chamber fell silent. Proclamations were reserved for matters of galactic importance, typically used when announcing new technologies, territorial claims, or declarations of war. Chen activated the device, and her voice was amplified throughout the chamber. "By unanimous decision of Earth's United Governing Council, and in response to the Galactic Council's decree of expulsion, humanity hereby makes the following proclamation to all civilized worlds." Zethkari's crystalline structure flickered with annoyance. "This is highly irregular." "We thank the Council for their decision," Chen continued, her voice carrying across the vast chamber. "For you have inadvertently granted us the greatest gift possible, freedom from your bureaucracy." Murmurs of confusion spread through the assembly. "You see, esteemed delegates, humans have spent the last 50 years operating under your regulations, your trade restrictions, your endless committees and subcommittees. We've watched as simple decisions take cycles to implement, as innovation is stifled by risk-averse policies, and as entire civilizations stagnate under the weight of galactic red tape." The Veltar representative clicked irritably. "Order must be maintained. Chaos leads to destruction." Chen smiled, an expression that made several delegates uncomfortable. "You call it chaos. We call it potential." She pressed another control on her device, and holographic displays materialized throughout the chamber. The assembled delegates gasped as they witnessed impossible scenes, human ships diving directly into star coronas to harvest exotic matter, human colonies thriving in the hearts of nebulae where no life should exist, human scientists conducting experiments with black hole manipulation that made the mechanoid collective's circuits spark with alarm. "While you've been debating whether to allow faster-than-light communication upgrades," Chen continued, "we've developed instantaneous quantum entanglement networks spanning entire galactic arms. While you've spent cycles arguing about mining, Rights. We've learned to extract energy directly from dark matter streams. The ethereal delegate's form fluctuated wildly. Impossible. These technologies would require taking risks. Chen finished. Something your council has forgotten how to do. She gestured to another display showing massive construction projects around Sol. In the 7 cycles you've given us to withdraw, we won't just be leaving council space. We'll be expanding beyond it. Szeth Kari's crystalline form began to pulse with an alarmed orange hue. What are you suggesting? I'm not suggesting anything, Chen replied. I'm stating fact. Humanity accepts your expulsion gladly. We no longer wish to be bound by your limitations. Consider this our declaration of independence from galactic civilization as you know it. The chamber erupted in chaos as delegates realized the implications. Without council oversight, humans could pursue any technology, explore any region, take any risk they deemed worthwhile. You can't simply ignore interstellar law, the Veltar representative shrieked. Your laws apply only to council members, Chen pointed out. You've just removed us from that jurisdiction. She began walking toward the exit, her footsteps echoing in the suddenly quiet chamber. Oh, and delegates? When your civilizations find themselves facing extinction from cosmic phenomena, you're too cautious to study? Or when you need someone to venture into dangerous territory, you're too afraid to explore? Don't bother calling us. She paused at the threshold. We'll be busy becoming something you never had the courage to be. Truly free. As the chamber doors sealed behind her, Szeth Kari felt his crystalline core grow cold. In their attempt to maintain order, they had just unleashed the most unpredictable force in the galaxy. Without council restrictions, human ingenuity would know no bounds. 6 months later, reports began flooding in from the galactic rim. Human ships were appearing in impossible locations. Human colonies were sprouting in regions deemed uninhabitable, and human technology was advancing at rates that defied all mathematical models. The Council had sought to contain humanity's chaos. Instead, they had set it free to transform the universe itself. And in the depths of space, Dr. Sarah Chen smiled as she watched Earth's children spread across the cosmos, unshackled at last from the fear-based limitations of those who had tried to silence them. The galaxy would never be the same.